Hi there, Tim Baker's my name. I'm the author of a new book called Breaking the Proactive Paradox. And in that book, I talk about feedback and how critically important it is. We don't give enough feedback to people even when we're face to face in the workplace. And of course, many of us now are working remotely. So obviously that creates an even bigger challenge in terms of feedback. So what do you do? How do you actually give people feedback when you're not staring over their shoulder, watching what they do? It becomes, of course, very difficult. One of the key principles, of course, is that we give feedback on outcomes rather than processes, because we simply can't talk about the way people do things, but obviously we can talk about what's actually been done or achieved, the end result, in other words. So that's one of the key principles of giving feedback remotely. But the other big challenge with giving feedback generally is, how do you make the employee more accountable for their own particular performance? Because of course, every time you give an employee feedback, what you're actually doing is reinforcing the fact that you are the one that's accountable for their performance, rather than them being accountable for their performance. So how do you get employees to be more accountable for their own performance? Well, there's a number of different ways of doing that I talk about in the book. The other key thing is, if you're looking at getting employees on the same page, and we're all, obviously all leaders want employees on the same page, to be basically having what we might call a shared purpose. One of the best ways of doing that, of course, is to be giving regular feedback, because by giving regular feedback, people actually know how they're performing, both what they're doing well and perhaps what they need to improve on. And therefore, the expectation around what you and your team member expects are similar. So giving feedback becomes a critically important platform in getting people to be on the same page as you, and we all want that to occur. So if you want to know more about all of that, then I'd suggest grab a hold of my copy, Breaking the Proactive Paradox, Maximizing Performance Through Empowerment, and you'll find out a little bit more about that.